Yeah, I'm off to get some Monteith's dark beer at First Choice. Quite a warm day today. It's quite sunny. Got a bit of sunburn yesterday, so my arms got a bit sunburned, so I'm wearing long sleeves today. So that's the first time that's happened for a while, but I was out and about a bit going to Bunnings. It was quite a long journey. Going to go back there too because I just spoke to the other agent today, and it was chalk and cheese. This guy was immediately said a few complimentary things about my place, which was a nice change from what I'd encountered on Friday. And he had a few interesting suggestions. He said actually you probably should get an updated toilet. That's a new one. No one else mentioned that. He wasn't overly fussed at the cleanliness of the house, so that was nice. Although I do need to get some mould and stuff off from the bathroom. So that's definite. But he said for selling a house you don't need to be so concerned with that. He's more worried about the presentation with getting a professional dresser to basically do up your place and add furniture and furnishings and what have you to maximise the price that they're going to get. So yeah, that's going to cost another $1,200, and also they're charging for marketing. So actually they cost slightly more than the other guy, but the price estimate he thought he could get, he didn't think there'd be any problems getting over 200,000, and that's really my major concern. He even said 235. I can't imagine that ever happening, but it doesn't matter. At least he's enthusiastic. Seemed pretty switched on, and he actually measured up my cupboards and provided me with another place to get custom cupboard doors for the kitchen. So he was pretty proactive. I like that. I hope I don't have any problems with the other agent, because I did sign documents, but he did tell me at that time that nothing is going to happen with the documents unless I actually give him a starting date, and I'm not going to, because I don't want to go any further. I did message him saying that look, I wanted to put it on hold, and he replied, and he says he's going to call me back today, but I haven't heard from him yet. So I don't know what's happening. I wish I hadn't signed those documents, but you know, the other agent, I mentioned to the other agent, I thought I'd better say something, and he said, yeah, you better get that sorted out with him before you proceed with us. And I haven't signed anything with Darcy, who's the agent I saw today. He was a bit more laid back and a bit more appreciative of the positives that my place provides, so it was a much better experience for me. Now, I don't expect miracles. I don't expect to get top dollar for the flat, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'd be pretty disappointed anything less than the money I paid for it, obviously, which is $205. So hopefully it'll be a little bit of profit, not much, and it'll give me enough of a bank to be able to buy a place down by the beach, which is what I ultimately want to do. Looks like we're looking at about mid-March for a possible sale, so still not far off. And he says it is reasonably good demand at the moment, but he says there's no guarantee it's going to continue on, so you might as well act hastily. Well, it's a sunny Thursday, partially sunny Thursday to be quite accurate, in Cairns, and I had a rather dramatic night in that I couldn't really secure my apartment. The door lock died on me late afternoon yesterday, and so what I had to do was try to scramble to find someone who could fix it. I contacted Adam, who did the painting for me, but his expertise isn't including locks, and that's fair enough. I sent a photo through to him. He didn't really have a clue, because the actual bolt wouldn't come right out, so it wouldn't lock securely. The bolt would only be about a quarter of the way out of what it normally would be, so it wasn't going into the hole to secure the actual locking device. So basically the plate, it wouldn't go in far enough into that particular gap to provide a proper secure lock. So it just got progressively worse as the day went on. I just, after my discussion with the first agent on Friday, I was pretty down, because their estimate of what I could get for the property was very low. And so when I spoke to Brady, he came around the same day I rang. It had excellent reviews on Google, and I find Google's fairly accurate when it comes to reviewing services and whatever. He was totally different. He was saying some positive things as soon as he came through the door, and his assessment was far different price-wise to what the first agent was. Now, he may be being overly optimistic. That could well be the case, but I'm not sure. You never really know. Personally, I just need a certain figure to give me a base, so I can start basically looking at properties in the low 300s up to the low 400s in the beach area. And before I can do that, it's just going to be a hard slog getting my place ready, because there's a lot of cleaning to be done. Bradley takes the presentation extremely seriously. So does the previous agent, but the previous agent was fixated on the colour of my walls, and also he said it needed major cleaning and I probably need a professional cleaning job. It's interesting how they vary, the agents, because the second agent, Brady Smith, he actually said that it was in reasonably good nick as far as cleanliness was concerned. So totally different perception from two different people. And he acknowledged that the lights were a good upgrade, that the tiles in the bedrooms were a good upgrade. So he was much more positive about it, and he even gets people in to stage the actual sale. So these people, almost like theatrical people, in that they've got a whole group of furniture and furnishings in a warehouse, and they will basically provide the extra oomph for the sale, basically to fulfill the potential dreams of the buyers, is how Brady put it. So interesting. Yeah, just the only thing, there is a cost then, it'll probably be about $1,200, and I'm going to be seeing this woman with Brady again on 2 o'clock this arvo, and I'll go through the nitty gritty. But look, if she can value add, it could well be a very good investment. Well, obviously he believes it works, because well, he probably does get a kickback providing her with the service. I'm sure that's how it works, so it's obviously value adding to him. It does put up the price for me. I'm estimating I'm going to be out of pocket around $8,000 or more, slightly more for the sale, because it's 2.75 for the sale including GST, so 2.5 to 2.75, exactly the same as the other agent. However, the other agent was only going to charge around $850, I think it was, for marketing, whereas here it's going to be at $1,500 plus another $1,200 for the staging. But I've never done this before. I think, well, what the heck, I'm a bit worried that it might be a bit over the top for such a it's just a basic 2-bedroom apartment, so I don't want to actually, you know, it's okay, there's nothing wrong with it, but you can overcapitalise in services as well as buying new things. I'm actually pretty well going to go down the track of buying a new electric oven and range top, because they look bloody lousy at the moment. That will take up the place, improve the place a lot. The thing about Brady is he's very proactive. He came around yesterday and took me to a place that does custom kitchen cabinet doors, because the sizes aren't the standard sizes anymore. So we're getting about 4 doors done. It's only a few $100s, so it's quite a good price. And he's basically he's providing transport for me, so I can pick up the doors after they're ready. So that's good. He used to work as a cabinet maker, so he knows what he's talking about when he comes to that sort of thing. So it's quite a good skill set to have as an agent. So he seems pretty down to earth. He's had good reviews online. He's not cheap, but then he's not super expensive. It's an extra, maybe 1 or 2,000. But when you're talking about potential extra money, he was talking about me potentially getting quite a large amount. I'm fairly realistic on my assessment here. Now I'm going into the danger zone under Cairns Central. Can't hear anybody going crazy, but it's not Sunday, it's actually Thursday. So I hope the light's okay. That might be the Atherton bus. Oh dear. See, and again, it's very quiet at the railway station. Doesn't have much activity. Pretty well end of the line. There you see that a lot. This bus not in service. Of course not. So that was fun and games, but I'll tell you, I much appreciate the fact that he would actually take me down to this place. He suggested that I tried a previous one called Lazarus, a kitchen cabinet, just cabinet maker place, and they quoted me $250 for two doors on the kitchen cabinet. This other place will do 2 doors there plus 2 doors in the bathroom he thinks need to be replaced, all for about $220, $230, something like that. So very good value. So that's good. And he also was much better when it came to the fire smoke alarms. He said you don't, the legislation's not in yet, you can get away with what they're selling on the shelves. Well, I think Woolworths are selling these standard smoke alarms. Well, they wouldn't be allowed to do it unless it was legal anyway, so obviously it is still legal to just do that. So I'm going to pick up 3 of them today, 3 or 4, and I'll get Adam to install them, and that's just one less hassle. The other thing he suggested I do is get a new toilet, although I think that might be a bit over the top. I may not go down that direction because I'm going to be up for a fair bit of money to get the oven done, so I'm a bit reticent to do that. But yeah, I don't know if people are going to really worry that much. As long as the toilet works, I think most people are pretty okay with that. We'll see. But it's a pretty stressful time when you're selling a place. You've got a lot to think about, a lot to do. I'm looking forward to buying a place. That's where the burden's on the seller. It's a lot better position to be in, being a buyer, I think, rather than a seller. So we'll see. But yeah, it was interesting to compare the 2 agents. He actually, the other agent was I won't say it actually, but he was he sort of made a comment which I thought was interesting about the first guy I'd spoken to. So but he didn't go any further. He didn't say much. It sounded like he had a bit of history, maybe, I don't know. Very speculative, so don't tie me down to anything like that, but it was, yeah. And actually Brady's a guy from Victoria originally as well, born and bred Melbourneian. So yeah, I'll be paying a bit more there, but I figure if this guy's going to pitch for me, which I think he will, he seems to be on my side, he's prepared to be proactive, helping me get the place ready, I think that's a good sign. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.